It is a rainy morning, but we're gonna have an awesome time today, and we're gonna interview one of the best luxury custom builders in our area. So when it comes to choosing a home builder for your custom home and for your custom construction project, quality and trust should never be compromised. This is one of their mottos and sayings on their website. And today it's a pleasure and an honor to have with me a Monarch construction owner and a builder, Faris Alsamarai, with us. And he is going to tell us a little bit about luxury custom built homes. Good morning, Faris. How are you?
Good morning, Amina. I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking time to interview with us this morning and educate us a little bit on the process and on the things that you do and on your homes. So just tell us, please, first, how did you become a builder, and how long have you been doing this?
So we started about 2004, 2005. So it's been about 16 years, 15, 16 years. And it's funny that you mentioned how I started, because by trade, I am a civil engineer. And I started out building roads and highways and airports and tunnels. And in the 90s, in the late 90s, I went into IT. And I had an IT, this is a company that was doing well. So I had somebody building my own home. And he gave me a budget and a time, and halfway through we're over budget by 40% from the original budget. And so I had to fire him and I had to finish that. And at that moment I really enjoyed the accomplishment that you see a house going from zero to a house where people actually gonna live in it, make memories. And that's, so people start coming to me asking me if I build for them, if I can do that. So I said, sure, although the IT was very lucrative, but I decided, you know what, that's not what I want to do. So I got into this since then.
Wow, so this is a passion.
This is what I mean, I'm always have that eye for, an eye for the smallest detail that you can see, and that would make us stand out, because when you anytime you walk into one of my houses, I want you to say, wow, what a nice house, not just walk into a house saying, oh, it's a new home. No, I want to wow people when they walk into any of my houses.
So I am now sitting in one of your living rooms. I'm loving it. So what does the truly custom built luxury home mean? What does that mean?
So we don't have a set of plans, like, usually you have 4 or 5 set of plans and said, choose one that you like, and then we can build it. And we change the appliances, and we change, this and that, and we can make it a custom home. A custom home to me is when a customer calls me to saying that they want to build a house. So the first thing we do, I have to meet with them. I have to know how many people are going to be in the house. Are they going to have in-laws? How they entertain? Are they going to have 2 people? Are they going to have 10 people? So, and we start out by designing a house to the way they live. We don't just put a house out there and hoping it will fit what they need. So, by asking all the right thing, then it's truly custom home if it's unique to what you need.
All right. So, and you have been through different markets. You have been through the recession time. How did this change your industry? How did that last recession impact building industry, and what challenges did you have to overcome?
So the 2008 was a black page on everybody in this industry. The industry came to a standstill. it was a halt. Nobody's building, nobody's buying, bank will not even give a loan. I mean, it was really a dark time. And, so, after about 2-3 years, markets start to go back up, but people still on the edge. We adopted, we start to do addition to be able to, because people they're not building new, but they thought, okay, well, I'll add to what I have. So it's just a matter of surviving and get that period over. And, we came out okay.
Awesome. And how did the clients, consumers' taste change throughout the years? We've seen new materials, we've seen new styles. How did that change? And can you tell us, what do people like?
Yeah, it's nowadays I see more and more young people getting into the custom home, and that's why the taste has changed. Young people come in, and with that, the modern taste and look happens. As the living room that you're sitting in, that's one of my houses, and you can see, the clean, nice line to it. We always follow the motto that says, beauty is in simplicity. So make it simple, nice, clean lines. And it's really, if you think about it, it's really not easy to make it simple, but we've been doing this so long. So we make it look easy, but it's not. To have it a simple house, that's what people are out for. They're not into the crown molding, the shadow boxes, and all of that. That's all gone
from the past. And how long does it take from the start? Can you tell us a little bit about the phases that you go through, and then from the start till the end, how long does it normally take?
Sure. That's actually, it's a good question, because what I would like to do, I don't like for the owner to come in to me with a plan saying, I want to build this house. We like to get involved very early on, because when a client wanted to buy a land, I would like to look at the land to make sure that there is no easement, there is no RPA. You can build a house that what they have in mind to build. I have one client came to me, said, hey, I bought a land, let's go ahead and build the house. They paid 1.25 for the land, and when we went, the land did not perk. So I mean, we could not build a house on it. So that's why I like to get involved early on to make sure that the lot is the right lot to buy, to be able to build. Once that happened, then we get into the phase of design. So the design permitting will take about 3 to 4 months. That's how long it takes for the design and the permitting. Once we have that, then the construction phase anywhere from 6 to 8 months. During that phase, we have a designer in-house that will make sure the house will be to the vision of the owner, to be to the vision of the owner. Because a lot of times you see some nice pieces, like one piece here looks really nice, one piece here looks really nice. Put them both, in the same room, they don't go together.
Yeah.
So her job to make sure that the design, the flow of the house, all sit in a way that the homeowner envisioned it.
And tell us a little bit about construction contracts. I know a lot of people and a lot of agents, realtors, have some questions about the contract. So lump sum versus management contract. Can you educate us a little bit about builder contract?
Yeah. A lump sum contract, by definition, is a conflict of interest. The reason I'm saying that is because I am a builder. I know what the right thing to do. And I know, for example, you give me an X amount of money to build your house. So the more shortcuts I take, the more money I make. If I cut more, then I will make more. So that is what the conflicts happen because, I know what the right thing to do, but if I do it, I will, lose this much money from what I'm going to make. So, and then you will have the allowance. For example, you will have something for the floor. Anything that goes over, then the contractor will make the overhead and net profit on top of that. So, for example, a hardwood floor. If you, let's say you choose a $2 per square foot hardwood floor, then my percentage, let's say, is going to be 10%. So that's 10% of $2. However, if you choose something for $10, then my profit margin will go up, but it's the same floor. It takes the same amount of time to install. It takes the same amount of effort to do a $2 hardwood floor versus a $10 hardwood floor. So that's why I don't like that. What we do is a management, contract, which means from day one, I'm going to tell you, it depends on the complexity and how big the house is. I'm going to say, I'm going to charge you X amount of dollars. And that's all what we're going to make from day one to last. So there is no incentive for me to have you choose more expensive stuff because I'm going to make more. And there is no incentive for me to sell you on anything. And as you know, nowadays, people go into online and getting 1,000 ideas about how to do things. My job is to advise you best of what I know, where to spend money on, where not to spend anything on. So we'll be on the same team, same page to try to build the house in the most economical way, but not jeopardizing the quality of the house.
All right. I was just checking if we have any questions from the Facebook viewers. You have quite a following on Facebook, so that's awesome. Yes. And so I know you're working with our agent, Bill Hoffman, and it's a very successful relationship and we love it.
Yes.
But what does a builder look for in an agent? What do you guys like to see working with agents?
Yeah, that's actually, it's one of those things that people have this misconception about the agent. They want to buy a house or they want to buy a land, and they say, okay, well, I'll go online and see what's on the market, and call the selling agent and tell them, take 2% of or 1, 2, 3%, whatever the commission for the buying agent, and then give me a discount. And the selling agent, of course, is going to say, sure, we'll do that. However, the selling agent is working for the seller. So the buyer has nobody to work out for him, to look out for him. So when you go to the settlement company, you're leaving a lot of money on the table because nobody's looking out for you. So you have to have somebody looking out for you. It's gotta be a partnership, in everything I do, from the vendor to the subcontractors to my PMs. The work is a partnership, because if I do well, everybody else is going to do well. The vendor, subcontractors, agents, everybody's going to do well. So to me, it's a partnership. You cannot say he works for me. No, we all work. I work with him. He works with me. Everybody works with each other to be able to get to what you want to get.
Yes, thank you for saying that. I so appreciate you saying that, because a lot of times buyers don't really understand that they really need somebody in their corner looking for their best, especially with the largest possession in their life, something like the home, and then especially the custom home and building a home. So what do you see in the market going forward once we are out of this crisis, health crisis that we're in right now? We need land. People want to build. We want homes to sell. We need more lots and more land. So what do you see moving forward?
Well, believe it or not, during this time, we are busier than we were in the past. It seems to me there are factors, maybe 2 or 3 in there. One of them, people are, maybe they had in mind they want to build or they want to get into that, but they didn't have the time to do it. Now they are home all the time, so they are thinking about it more and they are making the move. The second one is people are spending more time at home, In the past, you wake up in the morning, you go to work, you come back in the evening, you barely spend 2-3 hours at home, and then you go to bed and you do it all over again. Nowadays, it seems like people are spending more time and they are realizing that the house doesn't fit their lifestyle. So now they are going into that. I wanted to customize the home the way that I live, because nowadays, for example, the living room, nobody has that anymore because it's just a waste of space and waste of furniture and all that. So people start to seeing things like, okay, well, that doesn't fit for me. So they are getting into that. The way I see it, it's the way to go. It's probably a custom home, because the misconception about building a custom home is going to cost me an arm and a leg. A custom home is actually, it's you have to be with the right person, of course, but a custom home is actually not as expensive as people think. Actually, it's becoming more and more, because the consumer now, they are very educated on things. They know how much a refrigerator costs. They know how much this thing costs. So it's not like in the past where you don't have access online to see the cost of things. So, I mean, we're in the business to make some money, earn a living, but as long as it's not huge, as long as upfront, I'm going to tell you this is how much I'm going to cost, this is how much it's going to cost. With that, the cost of the material, subcontracts, and all the same. So the way I see it, it's going that route. It's going to the custom home build.
All right, I see the demand. The demand never even went down in all of this, in the crisis. We have people buying in all price ranges, especially in the luxury price range. So it's just, it's amazing. It's amazing how lucky and blessed we are, and what an awesome area we live in and work in. So it's such a great market. So we don't have any questions, but we do have a note from somebody Tanvir Aziz says, "Hi Faris, I'm looking for a general contractor for a DC property. Please, if you have somebody to do a major renovation." So he left his phone number for you to call him. So I love that people see you as a resource. Anything else that you want to share? Any advice you want to give to any of the buyers, any of the clients, or any of the realtors?
Yeah, so going into this, I really advise everybody that I work with is to get a builder that you choose early on, because that will help you even in the design. For example, we've done, I don't know, 33, 34, 35 houses in the past 3 years or so. We're averaging maybe 12 or 14 per year. So by doing that, you get the builders involved early on. First of all, they want to make sure, as I mentioned, that the lot is the right lot for you, and you don't have any issue. You don't have to compromise about the size of the house and the shape of the house to be able to build what you have, what you saw. Also, it will help. The builder will help. And when you design a house, there is a certain flow to the house. There's things that I know it might cost tons of money, but if we change it a little bit, it might cost way less. So get a builder involved early on to advise you in every step of the way. So this way, he is familiarized with the house because he's involved from day one. So he will have a pretty good idea the vision that you have for the house. So that's what I advise people to get, as I said, involved early, and hoping for the best.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for spending the time this morning with us. And I really, really appreciate you, and I appreciate this time spent with you. And I love your homes.
Thank you.
I'm from Europe, so I love the modern style and contemporary, and I just love it. I love the material you're using, all the really custom things that you do. And
thank you.
Really, really appreciate you. Stay safe, stay well.
Likewise,
and thank you so much. And thank Bill Hoffman for putting us together. And
Bill's an amazing guy.
Yes, he is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amina. Stay safe. Bye.